Hey True Athletes, it's Dr. Johnson coming to you with our first overview for our True Nutrition series. What we're here to talk about today is the big picture of nutrition. Listen, we've taken the time to get to know you. We've done some goal setting. We've talked about the accountability, how we're going to move you through a current state of resistance and stiffness in your body, some weakness in those areas. We're starting to address that now at the mobility classes. We're stimulating your body, the core strength, the shoulders, the hips. We're starting to tie it all together with some strength training. Now it's time to show you how to shift it from third gear into fourth and then fifth. And that is by considering the best ways to fuel your body. It's really important that you understand three things. Number one, you have baseline nutrition needs every day that must be met. Number two, you are growing, you are developing. That gives us some additional needs. And then third, you're an athlete. You're putting incredible demands on your body, you're stressing yourself, trying to make gains, and you're trying to recover from those gains so you can play game to game being your best. That's not possible unless you're considering what's on the table here. Hear me clearly. I understand there's gonna be times when you have treats and this and that, things that aren't good for you. But what we wanna do is we wanna put those things on the back burner. This program, what we're gonna be sharing with you, is not about calorie restriction. We want you eating a lot of food. Most of the athletes, over 20 years of working with athletes, I can tell you there's one common pattern. Athletes don't get enough good nutrition into their bodies. You have special needs, you have special demands. We need to increase that nutritional load coming into your body and make sure you're filling out the categories, the baseline needs. Are you getting the right amount of protein? And are you getting it from good sources? Are you getting good high fiber carbs that are non-inflammatory? Are you getting enough healthy fat to fuel your nervous system? And are you eating enough fruits and vegetables and dark leafy greens to give you all the phytonutrients and nutrition, the bulk fiber you need for healthy digestion and to fuel that energy throughout the course of the day? I'm excited to share these techniques with you. The reality is we're gonna be eating a lot more food as we discussed. And as we move forward, I want you to look at this table. This looks like a lot of food. I want to tell you, in the refrigerator, there's a lot more. I know you can't do this on your own right now. Some of you are 13, 14, 15 years old. Some of you are in your later high school years. The reality is your parents need to get involved in this process. All this food that you see on the table, and there's some that you don't see yet, will be eaten this week by my family. We're on a plan. We all have big goals. I got 2 athletes in the house, my wife and I. We want to be fit. We want to be in shape. We don't want to be inflamed. Whole foods throughout the course of the day. And we're going to also be talking here about the best premium whole food nutrition that you can put into your body, because the reality is all of us have gaps in nutrition. So in coming videos, what's the best way to start off your day with breakfast? What's the best way to have lunch? What do you have for dinner, and how do you recover after workouts? When you're traveling with your teams and you're on the road, what strategies do you use to make sure that you're doing the best you can to emulate this? Another point I want to make, all of this food that you see here and in the refrigerator that you can't see, it came from Amazon Fresh and from Costco delivery. Organic, bulk foods, fresh, can be delivered to your door to save that time. I know one of the biggest problems we've always had, making the time to get down to one of these stores, stand in line, it's a lot of dead time, it's a lot of stress on the family. Things are changing in our society. You need to take advantage of these new services that are available so that all you have to do is come up with a plan. It is actually Sunday, 4:15 in the evening here where we're shooting this video in my home, and this is the plan for the week. We've got the lunches planned out, we've got breakfasts planned out, we've got 3 out of our 5 dinners already being planned and prepped so that we know what we're going to be doing in advance. If you and your family take the time to do this, you will all see the benefits. So, and if your parents are involved, we also have a program called TrueForm. TrueForm is the adult version of our True Athletes program. Again, it all comes down to non-inflammatory foods. We're going to teach you what foods inflame your body and how to avoid them, because inflammation is not good for you. It interferes with proper neurological function. It interferes with proper digestive health. Impedes your body's ability to bring nutrition into the cells of your body, creating fatigue and weakness. It causes achy muscles and joints. Cardiac stress. Stress on the cardiovascular system is not good when you're an athlete. Lots of dark leafy greens, fruits, and vegetables to help you recover. As an athlete, when you're moving your body, it creates a lot of oxidative stress. So how do you recover from that and keep yourself at peak performance? Remember, we talked about this. You are always in an injury cycle, and we want to keep you up as close as possible, that 100%. You can't do it unless you're making considerations with your nutrition. So get ready to dive in. We have some follow-up videos for you. We're gonna get you eating a lot of food. We're gonna be posting the foods for you to list for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We're gonna show you the right supplementation, how to fill in those gaps, and we're gonna support you in making these changes. When you make these changes, you watch how quickly your sports performance peaks and how quickly you start getting towards your goals. Get ready for the follow-up videos. The next one you're gonna see us talking about is breakfast.